gentlemen, welcome back once again to the channel. Today we are going to be doing a beginner's walkthrough of NASCAR Heat 5. My video of the Crew 2, the beginner's walkthrough, has actually been doing very well as of late, so I figured I would do another one for NASCAR Heat 5. These video ideas kind of come from the fact that, you know, a problem that I have is when I start a game, sometimes I feel like I'm so far behind because I just got the game and I don't know what's going on. So I like to look up a little beginner's guide on YouTube, and sometimes they're never around. So I figured I would provide you guys with one of these today. And you know, if you're new to the NASCAR gaming community, welcome. We're so glad to have you. And yeah, so make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And yeah, if you want, you can drop your tag down in the comments and we'll see if we can get you in some online races or something like that. But other than that, you know, let's just get into it here. So now there are a few different modes we have here in NASCAR Heat 5. You can customize your driver there. If we go into this, you will be able to see my career driver. Your driver is just kind of an overarching driver that you have through all your custom cars and your career mode. Mine is named Orange Juice. If you follow the Orange Juice series, I'm sure you're an absolute legend. I don't know if I'll bring that back. I plan on bringing it back sometime soon, but it's just, I don't know, I feel like there are videos that you guys like more, so I don't know, I try to do those some more. But then here, this is my personal favorite mode. If you go into my cars, you'll be able to create your custom car here. You have many different options here, different style paint schemes. They add new ones sometimes regularly. I actually really like how that one looks. You can completely change the paint and all that stuff. You can do any number 1 through 99, as well as changing different options. Now, one thing that I always look for in this kind of video that they never really show you is all the sponsors that you can use. So we'll just go through them all right now, because I don't know, I'm trying to base this kind of off of what I like. So I'll just go through and talk about some of the highlights. Loves, that's a decent one. Liberty U, Napa, Flex Seal is okay. Hooters, Mountain Dew, you know, got a lot here. So fairly diverse, you know. We don't have like McDonald's or like Coca-Cola or anything like that, but we have a pretty good selection here. I'd say it's the best one we've had in a while, actually. Valvoline, Hertz, Kelly Blue Book. So not most, I guess, but some sponsors. This is my personal favorite right here, Gatorade. I'm gonna throw that one on there. But you know, a decent amount of sponsors here for sure. Got the NASCAR Heat Pro League, and yeah, so that's about what we got there. The paint booth isn't fairly, or is just kind of detailed, you know. I've seen better, but so yeah, you can just kind of look at that and stuff. You know, paint booth, it's not bad. I've seen better paint booths in a game, but that I'm not going to spend a ton of time on because it's very easy to pick up. So here we have your race now mode. As you can see, there are 4 different series in the game. There's the Cup Series, Xfinity Series, Truck Series, and the Dirt Series. Now, this series and this one drive fairly similar. The trucks are a little bit more, you know, bulky, obviously. They all feel fairly different, I'm not gonna lie, but this one is just in a completely different ballpark. The Extreme Dirt Tour is a walloping good time. I'm not gonna lie, you will have a lot of fun with that on your journey here. Now here we have online races. As you can see, you can join different races here. If it has the yellow and black flags, that means there's obviously cautions and that sort of things. There are different settings that you can look at here. The race length is one of them. You can see how many players are in the lobby. So there's that kind of stuff that you can look at there. There's also online challenges. Sorry, I forgot to show you this one. If you can see here. However, they don't run very often. The last time I checked, it was just these 3, and apparently I just missed this one too. So hate to see that, but yeah, you know, they haven't done a super great job keeping up with that, but that's okay. Here we have race mode, so you can do test sessions. If you want to get better at the game, I'd say this isn't a terrible idea, but I don't spend very much time in here. It's basically just running practice laps around a track by yourself. It's not super fun. If you're playing the game casually, I would not recommend test sessions. You have a championship here, so you can have your own season. It's great for if you want to do like a sim league. I did one on there. And yeah, it's a good time here. You can play with your friends, and challenges. Now, obviously you know what challenges are. It just sets you up in a situation, and you get to play it. I actually have a lot of fun with these ones. Challenges are a very good time. I would definitely recommend. One thing I forgot to show you in the race now features here. Obviously, here are all your different cars. I'm not going to go through all of them, but there are quite a few different cars. If we accept Joey Gase, it'll take you to this screen. Now, this screen is going to give you all your tracks. Now, you can click square as well if you want to cycle through the events. Some of them are at night, some of them are at day. Not all of them have different events, like Kentucky, for example, does not. But if you click triangle or Y if you're on Xbox, you'll be able to see this here. These are my settings for the actual challenges that I do, but I usually run on auto hard full damage. You can change your race length and all this stuff. It's pretty detailed settings here that you can change. I would definitely recommend going in and making sure you know what's going on before you go to your race here. Now we have one final mode I will show you before we get into an actual race, and that is my career. Now, my career is obviously the bread and butter of NASCAR Heat 5. I guarantee it's where you'll be spending most of your time in this game. It's a great mode, You start from the bottom in the Dirt Tour, and you sign with different teams or run your own team until you get to Cup and hopefully become a champion someday. You can design your own cars, sign with sponsors, and it's fun to run for a team, but a lot of the fun comes from managing your own team. So my honest recommendation, if you want to start a career mode, you could go watch mine for some tips, or I would recommend starting at the bottom, signing with the team, and working your way up through at least one season of trucks and maybe one of Xfinity, so you have enough money to kind of kickstart your own team. But that's just my opinions. Lots of stuff here. You can hire and sign employees. This is only if you own your own team. This is where a lot of the meat of it comes in. You can see the people that you've hired on this screen. These are your standings. One thing that I've struggled with, I guess sometimes I've forgotten. Obviously, square is to toggle the series that you're looking at here, and triangle is to show the playoff standings. So this will show you at the moment who is in and who is out. You can scroll through the events, look at the results, and you can also see these darker dots in the top right corner show where the playoffs is. So you can see, Daytona's not, Darlington is not, Richmond is not, and the playoffs start at Bristol. It also says playoff event info in the middle of the screen there. Here you can see your possible contracts, and in this one you can just look at your stats and your friends. This is also very crucial. I forget this. You can edit your car here. I forget that you can, I go to try to find how to edit my car, and I always forget because it's such a small prompt on the very last screen. But there's that. You can also see your goals in the bottom left box there, and then in the far top right you can see your money as well as the fans that you have. So that's just kind of a quick look at career. I could go into a deeper breakdown if you want. Feel free to ask any questions in the comments, but I will just show you guys a little bit of gameplay here to kind of get you off your feet. I assume most of you at least know how to play a racing game, but who knows? So we'll just get into a game here. I will not be doing the whole thing, but I'll do a little bit for you guys and just show you kind of what it's about here. Alright, so here is your just little pre-race setup. You start with practice. However, you don't have to start with it. To be honest, I don't really practice. You can if you want. Another thing that you can do, even especially with practice, is you can change your setup here. You can do recommended or you can do custom. if you're a beginner, I would not really recommend messing with that, but you can if you'd like to try. I don't usually. Qualifying, you can do with this if you want. Basically, it's just, you know, 1 or 2 laps around the track, and you try to get the fastest time by yourself, and that determines where you start. I'm not going to qualify because I don't know. I just don't feel the need to show you guys that. So here, if you were in career right there, it would show you a couple stories, but it doesn't because we are not. So your default controller setup, as long as you're doing automatic transmission, which I would highly recommend, basically there's just a few buttons you have to worry about. R2 is to go, L2 is to brake. Trust me, you're gonna need the L2. I used to play without brakes when I was like 5. It's not a move. It's not the move, I'll tell you that. The left stick is to, you know, control your car. Right stick is to look around like that. If you click X once, it'll bring up that menu in the top left corner, show you the intervals. This one will show you the 5 cars around you. Sorry, I'm kind of not driving super well. I'm not really paying that much attention, but I'm trying to focus on talking. Anyway, there it'll show you the intervals. If you click O, then it will pull up with this. This shows you kind of how your car is doing. If it turns yellow, that's okay. If it turns red, you're gonna have some problems. It'll show you the estimated fuel on the top. If that gets down to 0, you're gonna need to bring it in. And the tires. Now, the tire wear is a big deal in this game, especially if you play on like the correct settings, I guess. So like if you're doing basically anything below a 25% race length, the correct setting would be 4 times tire wear. But you know, feel free to play that however you want. But if you do play with that much tire wear, you're gonna need to keep an eye on your tires. If they get down to 0, you will blow a tire. And if you get down below about 50, it starts getting pretty hard to drive. Now, I would not definitely recommend pitting when your tires are at 50%, more when they're about 20 or 15 possibly, but you know, it will start getting harder as you go, is what I'm trying to say. I can't remember even what button it is to change camera. R1 is the button to change cameras. My preferred camera is the far chase cam. That's what you're looking at here. You also have the close chase cam, the cockpit view, the hood view, the top of car view, the front of car view, and then yet again the far chase view. Now, wow, I'm actually cutting through the field. I wasn't even paying attention. Anyway, as you can see, if a car gets behind you or if you're close to a car in front of you, that one doesn't come as often, but it'll come up with draft partner right above your mini map down there, and they'll give you a little push and a little speed boost. So if you get the chance to get right in front of somebody, I would take it. It's not a bad idea. It's never a bad idea to have a draft partner. Now, I'm actually gonna bring it in here. This will be the last thing we talk about. If I bring it into the pits, as you can see here, bring it in, it'll show you how slow you have to be going. Keep an eye on your speedometer in the bottom right, and it'll show you here that there is fuel, tires, repair, and this stuff, you know, as a beginner I would not worry about any of that. However, you can change how much fuel you want here, you can change how many tires you want, right side's 4 tires or none, and repair, yes or no. So that's about it. That is the beginner's guide to NASCAR Heat 5. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel, and I hope you guys are having a great day. So I will see you guys later. This has been Decaf Dr. Thunder signing out.